Hey yo, what's up tattoo fam? Welcome to this video. I'm glad you joined today because we are gonna be talking about pmtsketch. So this video is all about my tattoo channel because I have put a question sticker on my Instagram story where I have just like asked that you can ask me every question so I can answer it in this video. So therefore I can pin this video in my Instagram highlights so you can just watch if you have any questions. Because basically on pmtsketch, I get tons of messages on Instagram and TikTok every single day. Mostly it's the same questions. We jump right in. It has been asked by so many people. Basically, it's all about if I just do the designs. So for example, if you don't want to come to my studio, if you can't come to my studio, if I just put out the designs. Long story short, no, I don't do that. So there's a few main reasons why I don't do this. Basically, I don't really have time for this. Secondly, it's about the process itself, because doing a design for someone, for example, taking a payment, how many changes do you allow? Is it how many hours do you get paid for? Do people actually want to pay for it? Let me know in the comments, because this is like a really interesting topic to me. How much would you pay for just the design? Because a lot of people think that the value of just the design and the time of my work is like worth 10 bucks an hour or 10 bucks a design. But that a design takes a long time, usually like up to 1 or 2 hours at least, depending on the size of the project. It's like questionable how much of a value just the design is, because obviously you gotta get it tattooed as well, which also costs. But yeah, would be really interesting to know, so let me know what you would actually pay for a design. Good question is the second question, scars. I have had that quite a few times, and I have a few experiences about scars, but it's always different. So basically, yes, you can tattoo over scars, but it depends. It always depends on the scars, how old they are, so they should be fully healed. Secondly, how do they look? How soft or hard is the skin there? Because it always varies. You can't really tattoo fine lines over it because the scar texture of the skin is different than the normal texture of skin. So you really have to be careful when you tattoo over scars. But basically you can. You should definitely let it be checked out though. Another question, but a quick info about my booking process. Because a lot of people ask like when the next bookings will be opening, when they can book in and how to book in. So basically I always have official bookings, which is announced via Instagram stories. So I always put that on Instagram stories when exactly it will open. Because the bookings are always so fastly booked and fastly full that you should definitely be one of the very first. Set up the email or set up the message, put it in and send it right away when you see the bookings open. The next bookings will probably be opening about end of April, beginning of May probably. I'm not sure yet because I still have lots of work to do, lots of scheduling. I always try to make it like half a year. So currently the next booking time frame will be from like August, a few spots in September, till the end of the year. And also when someone jumps off, I have spontaneous appointments, for example, I also announced it via Instagram stories. So you should always follow my Instagram stories to just jump in if I announce a spontaneous appointment. That also comes with the next questions, or one of the next questions, which is how much for a full leg sleeve? Pricing overall. So I always give people my price range when I know what exactly they want. The problem is, if you just tell me, yeah, I want a full arm tattoo. Yeah, that's nice. A full arm tattoo can be just a letter that big, or it can be like the full sleeve full arm. It can be half a sleeve full arm, full inside, full outside, whatever. Because I work with project prices, I need to know what the project will be. Because otherwise I just can't say, yeah, that's 1,000, that's 500, that's 1,500. I can't just like go out there and smash prices. I want to keep my price range in a range where it's affordable, but still makes up for my time, for my value and experience in tattooing, because my tattoo style is one of the cleanest out there. I just want to say that because I'm really proud of my line work and my fun line work. So that's why it should definitely be valued. But overall for the tattoo prices, I can't just drop random prices if you ask me for like, if I don't have any info, because the tattoo should always be thought through. It's a long process, it's a long waiting time, and it should be something special. So yeah, that's about the pricing. Not a real question, but just like a lot of things that I also get like a lot of questions about is if I can do certain tattoos and designs about this and that topic. So usually I try to search through my Instagram comments or TikTok comments. I just check the most interesting projects. I check the videos that got a lot of views, that were like popular. Try to see, okay, that was like sports topic, that is like family topics, you know, these type of topics that are really of interest. And then I go through the comments and try to be inspired by just like some ideas, and then I write them down. The thing is, I just can't do every single topic, and especially in like not every niche, even though if I try to, sometimes it's just not possible. So I don't ignore any comments if you think that, but at a certain reach, certain like big channel, I would say it's impossible. Like every creator out there would say it's impossible to go through all the mails, all the Instagram messages. So I try to answer all the serious questions. Yeah, that's about that. Also a good question. Body hair laser safe removal before a tattoo. So I have had a few clients that have been laser removing their hairs. Makes sense. So because if you don't have like a full removal, you can't laser hair removal over a tattoo that is already there. You should do that before the tattoo. If you have a lot of hair, usually what I recommend, I also do that myself, I trim my hair. Because I don't have that much hair, also not that black of a hair, so trimming it fully works. I also recommend that for all the people that have really dark hair or something that's covering the tattoo, because my fine line is really fine and it will kind of get lost depending on the size of the tattoo. It makes sense to do that. When I purchase one of your designs, am I able to edit it or move things around? The designs that I have put on my website are JPEGs. They're not the Procreate files. You have the different layers, so you can't really edit them in the layers, but obviously if you are kind of good with Procreate or Photoshop, you can move things around and edit it for yourself. What you should always do is definitely see where the project goes and then just fit it for the project size, for the project placement, because it's so important. My designs are usually just like overall fits, usually paper size, so DIN A4. So if you put them out there, you should definitely recheck them and resize them and try to align everything. Because my designs, obviously I can't design for every single shoulder out there because everyone is so different in anatomy, so make sure to do that or let your artist do it. So if you're searching for any designs, you can check the website pmtsketch.de. You can get inspired there or support me with buying a design of my website. There's tons of inspiration if you're looking for something. Also good question, collab in Lyon, France, or come to Italy or whatever. I won't be doing any guest spots so far. I haven't planned anything. I have on the list London. London has been on the list quite a long time, but guest spots are really stressful, for me at least, because I have my own studio. They are expensive because you gotta pay the studio, you gotta pay the flights, accommodation. Because I just gotta say it how it is. It's more valuable and less stressful for me to tattoo my own studio. That's how it is. So I have done that and it was really not a good experience so far. When I have been moving around to different cities for guest spots. It wasn't the best that I've done so far, so that's why I'm not really so positive about guest spots. Classic, my own tattoos. I don't post my own tattoos because my own tattoos are not to be copied. They have their own stories. That's why I'm here designing tattoos for people. That's why I put so many designs on my website. I know I post my tattoos, but they are mainly for overall inspo and inspiration, but not to be fully copied. Oh, and we got, I'm not sure where it is. Also something asked really like so many times, can you post this stencil? And usually it's about a tattoo project that I have done. No. The tattoos I have designed customly and individually for my clients are never posted. Obviously they are custom, the customer paid for it, so I don't post the stencil of it. Sometimes it's their own personal stories, or it's just like their own aesthetics. That's why obviously I post my work, but also again, just for inspiration. I don't want people to fully copy like a full layout. I know it looks nice, but trust me, you can always do it differently in a nice way individually. Obviously you can't change a falling Icarus, you can't change the word growth, you can't change the sun, I know, but you can always try to make it differently and also like a different layout and also fitting for the customer's anatomy and size. So there's like a lot of things that need to be valued and just like checked for a tattoo itself. So tattoo projects are always different and therefore I don't post them, you know, just talking in circles, but you know what I mean, I guess. And last question I would say, is it possible to incorporate existing tattoos into your designs? Yes it is, but also depends on the designs you already have. If it's like a high contrast in the style or in the quality of tattoos, just gotta be honest here, then you can do it, but the question is if it makes sense. Because the contrast, even if it's like fully healed later, will be there and it's definitely visible. Long story short, yes you can, but it depends. As usually, it always depends. So thank you so much for watching. This video, as I said, is just for informational purposes on pmtsketch, on my tattoo process. There's one more last thing to say. When booking in, you will find a form on the website, and I always do the designs at the day of the appointment. And the final part's always at the day of the appointment as well. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it. Also, leave me a comment if you have any more questions. Just let me know. I will answer you. And yeah, if you enjoyed English, also let me know. Because the thing is, I've been struggling with German or English content on my lifestyle channel, on the YouTube channel as well. If you think it's a good thing to do it in English, let me know as well. I would appreciate it. And otherwise, I wish you a good day and hopefully see you next time.